ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Namaskar, my dear friends. I am going to present a video on Guru and his grace. This presentation is in the form of question answers. Devotees, they questioned Maharshi Ramana and Maharshi Ramana gave them the answers to their queries. Devotee, what is Guru Kripa? How does it lead to self-realization? Maharshi, Guru is the self. Sometimes in his life, a man becomes dissatisfied with it and not content with what he has, he seeks the satisfaction of his desires through prayer to God, etc. His mind is gradually purified until he longs to know God more to obtain his grace than to satisfy his worldly desires. Then God's grace begins to manifest. God takes the form of a guru and appears to the devotee, teaches him the truth, and moreover purifies his mind by association. The devotee's mind gains strength and is then able to turn inward. By meditation, it is further purified and it remains still without the least ripple. That calm expanse is the self. The Guru is both external and internal. From the exterior, he gives a push to the mind to turn inward. From the interior, he pulls the mind towards the self and helps in the quieting of the mind. That is Guru Kripa. There is no difference between God, Guru, and the self. As per Maharshi Ramana, self is the Guru, and a physical Guru can guide. So, physical Guru can guide from the external side, and the internal Guru, that is the Atma, can pull it. So, physical Guru can give push from outside, and the interior Guru can pull. So, that will be strength. You have double strength. Devotee, in the Theosophical Society, they meditate in order to seek masters to guide them. Mercy, the master is within. Meditation is meant to remove the ignorant idea that he is only outside. If he be a stranger whom you await, he is bound to disappear also. Where is the use for a transient being like that? But as long as you think you are separate or that you are the body, so long is the master without also necessary, and he will appear as if with a body. When the wrong identification of oneself with the body ceases, the master will be found as none other than the self. Will the Guru help us to know the self through initiation, etc.? Maharshi, does the Guru hold you by the hand and whisper in the ear? You may imagine him to be what you are yourself. Because you think you are with a body, you think he is also has a body to do something tangible for you. His work lies within in the spiritual realm. Devotee, how is the Guru found? Maharshi, God who is immanent in his grace takes pity on the loving devotee and manifests himself according to the devotee's development. The devotee thinks that he is a man and expects a relationship as between two physical bodies. But the Guru, who is God or the Self incarnate, works from within, helps the man to see the error of his ways and guides him in the right path until he realizes the Self within. What should the devotee do then? Maharshi replies, he has only to act up to the words of the Master and work within. The master is both within and without, so he creates conditions to drive you inward and at the same time prepares the interior to drag you to the center. Thus, he gives a push from without and exerts a pull from within so that you may be fixed at the center. You think that the world can be conquered by your own efforts when you are frustrated externally and are driven inwards. You feel, oh, there is a power higher than men. The ego is like a very powerful elephant which cannot be brought under control by any less powerful than a lion, which in this instance is no other than the Guru, whose very look makes the elephant like ego tremble and die. You will know in due course that your glory lies where you cease to exist. In order to gain that state, you should surrender yourself, then the Master sees what you are in a fit state to receive guidance and he guides you. Devotee, how can the silence of the Guru who gives no initiation nor does any other tangible act, he more powerful than his word, etc., how is such silence better than the study of scriptures? Maharshi replies, silence is the most potent form of work, however vast and emphatic the scriptures may be, they fail in their effect. The Guru is quiet and grace prevails in all. This silence is more vast and more emphatic than all the scriptures put together. But can the devotee obtain happiness? Maharshi, the devotee surrenders himself to the Master and it means that there is no vestige of individuality retained by him. If the surrender is complete, all sense of self is lost, and then there can be no misery or sorrow. The eternal being is nothing but happiness that comes as a revelation. Devotee, how can I obtain grace? Maharshi, grace is the self that also is not to be acquired. You only need to know that it exists. The sun is brightness only, it does not see darkness. Yet you speak of darkness fleeing on the sun's approach, so also the devotee's ignorance, like the phantom of darkness, vanishes at the look of the Guru. You are surrounded by sunlight, yet if you want to see the sun, you must turn in its direction and look at it. So also grace is found by the proper approach you make, though it is here and now. Devotee, cannot grace hasten ripeness in the seeker? Mercy, leave it all to the master, surrender to him without reserve. One of two things, one of two things must be done. Either surrender yourself because you realize your inability and need a higher power to help you, or investigate into the cause of misery. Go into the source and so merge in the self. Either way, you will be free from misery. God or Guru never forsakes the devotee who has surrendered himself. Devotee, what is the significance of prostration to the Guru or God? Maharshi, prostration signifies the subsidence of the ego and it means merging into the source. God or Guru cannot be deceived by outward genuflections, bowing, and prostrations. He sees whether the ego is there or not. Devotee, will not Bhagwan give me some prasad from his leaf as a mark of his grace? Mercy, eat without thinking of the ego, then what you eat becomes Bhagwan's prasad. Devotee, is not the literate man better qualified for enlightenment in the sense that he stands in no need of Guru Kripa? Maharshi, even a learned man must bow before the illiterate says. Illiteracy is ignorance and education is learned ignorance. Both are ignorant of the true aim. The sage is ignorant in different line. He is ignorant because there is no other for him. Devotee. Is it not to obtain the Guru's grace that presents are offered to him, so the visitors offer presents to Bhagwan? Mercy, why do they bring presents? Do I want them? Even if I refuse, they thrust the presents on me. What for? Is it not like giving a bait to catch the fish? Is the angler anxious to feed them? No, he is anxious to feed on the fish. Devotee, is the theosophical idea of giving successive initiation before attaining a moksha true? Maharshi, those who attain moksha in one life must have passed through all the initiations in their former lives. Devotee, the theosophy says that jnanis after death have to choose 4 or 5 lines of work, not necessarily in this world. What is Bhagwan's opinion? Mercy, some may take up work but not all. Devotee, are you conscious of a brotherhood of invisible rishis? Maharshi, if invisible, how can you see them? Devotee, in consciousness. Maharshi, there is nothing external in consciousness. Devotee, can I realize them? Mercy, if you realize your own reality, then that of the rishis and masters will become clear to you. There is only one master, and that is the self. Devotee, is reincarnation true? Mercy, reincarnation exists only so long as there is ignorance. There is really no incarnation at all, either now or before, nor will there be any hereafter. This is the truth. Devotee, can a yogi know his past lives? Maharshi, do you know the present life that you wish to know the past? Find the present, then the rest will follow. Even with our present limited knowledge, you suffer so much. Why should you burden yourself with more knowledge? Is it to suffer more? Devotee, does Bhagwan use occult powers to make others realize the self, or is the mere fact of Bhagwan's realization enough for that? Maharshi, the spiritual force of self-realization is far more powerful than the use of all the occult powers. Inasmuch as there is no ego in the sage, there are no others for him. What is the highest benefit that can be conferred on you? Is it happiness? And happiness is born of peace. Peace can reign only where there is no disturbance, and disturbance is due to thoughts that arise in the mind. When the mind itself is absent, there will be perfect peace. Unless a person has annihilated the mind, he cannot gain peace and be happy. And unless he himself be happy, he cannot bestow happiness on others. Since however there are no others for the sage who has no mind, the mere fact of his self-realization itself enough to make the others happy. So thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment and share the video and subscribe my channel. Thank you my dear friends. Thank you.